Hello and welcome. My name is Erica. We haven't met before. I am going to share with you some quick tips, tricks, and how to navigate the back office, how to register for partners, and a few other things that you're going to find very helpful along your journey here as you start your journey with as an independent travel agent. So, this is what we refer to many times as the back office. Before we start, I will say that I always recommend everyone, if you haven't already done so, to get an email address separate for anything that's travel related, both the affiliate side and the travel agency side. Just because you are going to, especially when you're first starting, they are going to put you into a 30-day email drip. And every day they're going to send you something very, very valuable that's going to help you be successful in this journey. And so, having a separate space for that is super helpful. You might not have time to read all the emails, so I do recommend putting them into a folder and just coming back and catching up with them at a later time. So first thing is first. Anytime you hear us mention BO or back office, this is what we mean. We mean your dashboard, your booking, everything that you need to run your business for the travel agency side. So what you are going to do if you have not done your mandatory training, it is about 10 hours. I did zoom out of my screen a little bit just so that everything's easy to see. You're going to go to the education tab and you are going to scroll down to where it says IntelliTravel University. Once that pops up, if you haven't done your mandatory training yet, you are going to scroll down and it should be hanging out right here because I already completed mine. This is what it pops out. But if you didn't, then it would say begin your US training or something along those lines. Do not worry if after you've done your mandatory training, it still says 10% completed. Because you can always come back later on and it's not mandatory for you to do any of the other certifications, but 10% is pretty much like the minimum that you need to kickstart and be allowed to book travel. So that is that. It is about, I can't remember if I said this, 10 hours long. There are going to be quiz and tests that you take at the end of each section, but you can take it as many times, so no worries if you fail the first part. Um, so that is the mandatory training. I do recommend once you are done with your mandatory training to get your independent travel agent certification letter. This is going to come very useful to you when you're booking travel for yourself, especially if you got a really nice discount or perks. In some places, like I know Disney, for example, some places do require you to show your certification upon arrival to the hotel. So the best way to do that, I'm going to show you very quickly, is how to get customer support from IntelliTravel when you do need support. And this would be one of those times. There are different ways that you can get help. There is a 1-800 number, and I believe they're open 8 to 6 Monday through Sunday. No, I'm sorry. I have to check the hours or make sure you confirm the hours, but I know that they're open, I believe, every day um, to help you with assistance. And okay, as soon as my computer decides to restart. Um, so what's going to happen is you can submit a ticket. You can chat live online anytime you need help with them, or you can call them. I found all three ways to be very, very easy. The one where you do submit a ticket, sometimes it can take a day, sometimes it can take 2 days for them to get back to you. But it is a very easy process. The best way to get an answer always is calling. Um, for me, I've had so much good luck with doing the live chat, and usually somewhere down here, there's a button that says live chat. There it is. So if you were to start this, it would be able to, you'll be able to tell them that you want your um, certificate once you complete your mandatory training. So this is one place. Another place is if you go to help and you go to IntelliHelp Hub. This is going to be another place that you're going to come in when you need help, when you're stuck with something, when you want to register for a partner that requires you to do registration by submitting a ticket. So anytime you hear anybody say submit a ticket, this is where you're going to want to come. Um, and it's really, really self-explanatory. So make sure you play with that a little bit. I am going to go back just because um, I do want to get on to saying that there are three ways to book travel with the with this business. When you're booking for a client, you can book travel by using the back office, which is this right here, your own multi-million dollar booking platform. Then you have our preferred partners, which I'm going to get into very soon. And then you have going direct with the specific hotel that you or your client prefers. So those are three ways. Now, when you're booking travel for yourself, the process is pretty much the same. But in addition to those three ways, we do have something called Staff Travel Voyage that you can, it's essentially, I guess you can look at it as like a wholesale place for travel agents. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already done so. And I just want to very quickly show you a quick tour of the back office. I'm reading my notes because I tend to be very chatty and I don't want to get off too much subject. So I'm like trying to stay very organized here. Otherwise, we'll be here for 3 days. All right. So this is your back office. What can you book here? Honestly, anything from cars. They recently added cruises, which is very, very exciting. Flights, hotel stays, activities like excursions, um, event tickets, sporting events. You can insure your travel for your clients through here as well. And this is pretty much the system that you would use. It's no different than Expedia, Orbitz, Hotwire, um, where you can filter. So make sure you play with this a little bit. So this is where you're going to go to book travel using the back office. One thing to remember though is flights do not leave a lot of commission. So there's very, very little bit commission when you're booking flights for yourself or for others. Sometimes even none at all. But you'll learn a little bit more about that as you go. But cars, cruises, flights, I'm sorry, stays, activities, anything else, there is a very generous portion of commission attached. So this is one way to book travel using the back office. Another way to book travel is by going with one of our preferred partners. And I actually already have this tab open here. And this is what's going to be literally your Bible when it comes to your travel agency. This is going to tell you everyone that we partner with. I believe it's over 95 partners. It's going to give you instructions on how to apply for them. Some of them, so there's different ways that you can apply for them. Some of them you're going to click on the link right here, whatever the place is, you're going to click on the link right there and it's going to take you right over to apply. Um, Using an IntelliTravel link, so they'll kind of know you're already coming from IntelliTravel, which is pretty cool. Another way is going to tell you to submit a ticket, and I just showed you how to do that. And then another way is just going direct. So you'll see more as you scroll through these. There are again close to 100 partners that we are connected with. That just means that IntelliTravel has a really good partnership with them. That means that we get really good commissions with them. Um, and many times we have a designated person that we would contact over there. We have any questions. They all tell you how much the commission is when you're booking with them, special booking instructions. So this is a lot of really good information here for you to look into. Now, I will say that you do not need to partner with all 100. Usually somewhere between 4 to 10, 4 to 5 when you're starting, but you're going to end up with more like 10 partners. You'll want someone who does packages or like all-inclusive packages. Maybe you want to partner with Disney. If you're not someone who ever thinks of doing Disney ever, then you don't even need to go with that process. Um, Expedia Tap is a really good one. So I would definitely look into, I'm going to name a few if you want to write these down. Um, Expedia Tap is really good for hotels, car rentals. You're going to partner with Viator, even though we do have access to them through the back office. Sometimes I like going to them directly and they give 13% commission on anything that's an excursion or a tour. Hotel transfers and pickups, that's there as well. American Airlines is a really good one. And then when you have been in the business for, I believe, 3 months or 60 days, I'm not sure, look into this or ask your upline. You can also be a partner with Vax Vacations. And Vax Vacations, you're going to find a number of really good partners like Universal Studios is there, Sandals, I want to say Royal Caribbean. So there's really, really good partners that you can link with. I'm trying to think. Make sure you go through these. I do have something very handy that I am going to also share with you guys because anytime you're registering for partners, This getting started in the USA section has this information right here, which you are going to need for any partner that you're going to register with. Um, your IATA, your CLIA, your password, the agency address. So make sure you look into this. And it's also going to list some of these partners that I just mentioned, like who are going to be the ones that you're going to want to register with first or get started. So that's what you're going to find here. So that is it about our partners. Make sure you go through this. Now, another option is for book and travel is going directly through a supplier. Let's just say there's someone that you want to work with or your client has somebody very specific in mind, then you can go directly to the hotel with an email template that we do provide for you, and they can give you either a rate for your client with a commissionable rate, or if it's for you for your own travel, they can give you an agent's rate, which is very nice as well. Because that most of the times we find that when you book directly through them, you are more keen to get room upgrades, or they are likely to take better care of you if you book directly through them. That's not always the case, but we have seen that as well. So let me just make sure that I have not missed anything. Um, so after you book a part with a partner, that's not in the back office. If you book travel with the back office, you don't have to do anything. That's going to automatically be logged onto the system for you to earn commissions. However, if you book using like a preferred partner, or if you book using going yourself direct, then you are going to have to come back and register that booking. And the way that you do that is when you go over here, you're going to go down to the register booking screen. We do have very specific trainings, by the way, in these things that I'm mentioning right now. But you're going to go to register booking screen. You're going to upload the email that you're going to receive from Expedia Tab or whatever partner it is that you prefer to partner with. Um, and that's going to, once you submit that, it's very, very simple process. It's going to read all the information in that PDF, or that email is going to automatically fill that in for you. You just want to confirm that those dates and everything in there is correct. Once you confirm that, it's going to you'll be able to receive commission. So very, very important here. If you do not log in or register your booking after you book it, IntelliTravel is not going to know to collect those commissions for you. So I always say, as soon as you book it, at the very, very most within 24 hours, make sure you go and register that so that you can get paid. Unless, again, you booked it using the back office, then you don't have to do anything after that. Something very important. So, in addition to the 10 hours training that you have to do mandatory training through IntelliTravel, they do have ongoing trainings. Make sure you check your emails for that. But whoever your upline is, they may have a special training for you, like a training platform. Some are the Vault for some people have Travel Wealth Academy, some people have Teachable. So there's different aspects of training that you can get in addition to this. So make sure you check with your outline, because there you're going to find templates, marketing templates. You're going to find how to book travel more specific. You're going to find social media training, literally everything that you're going to need, including mindset. So mindset, marketing, sales, all those can be found in these specific platforms that are not IntelliTravel. So make sure you check with your upline on that. So we talked about register booking. Now you can create your own website with IntelliTravel, and let me just check where you go for that over here. When you go here, you will, I don't want to click on it because my computer has been a little bit funky and it takes a while to come back to certain screens. So when you go here, it's again very simple. You'll be able to make your own website that you can then share with people, and they will have access to this. So you might be working with someone and they're very hands-on. They want to book themselves, compare themselves. In that case, you would want to send them your agent website, but doing this first is the first step to customize that to your liking, right? You'll be able to update your picture, your contact info, your logo if you have one, and then you'll be able to publish that and share that. So we do have customer management. Anytime you book travel, their information is going to automatically be stored for you. So whether you want to do like a newsletter down the line, or you want to send a specific email, email to maybe there's Christmas promotions or Black Friday or whatever, you're going to be able to do that because IntelliTravel is going to to collect all that information for you as you book them. Just trying to see here. Commissions. Okay. So you are going to be able to check your commissions often. Um, as you book them. Now, once you book travel, it does take about, no, not once you book it. Once the customer travels, it does take about 30 to 90 days to see commissions reflecting on your end, on your back office. It will say something like pending, or I know, for example, like Norwegian Cruise Line, they will tell you an estimate of the commissions, but you won't see the actual commission reflect until about 30 to 90 days after your customer travels. Sometimes it will tell you an estimate once, so don't panic if you see $0. As long as you register that booking, if it had to be registered, then you are all set. If for some reason the customer has already traveled, it's been over 90 days, you registered your booking, you still don't see your commissions, then you just want to raise a ticket. That did happen to me before, and it was just a small disconnect between the two agencies, but commission was collected and I received it almost like right away. So that's that. Something very important here you're going to need is a credit card authorization form, which right here on your first page, I love that they do give you some like very important links that you're going to need here. Some of the things are credit card authorization form. That's pretty handy. If someone's booking a credit card, they'll just fill it out, give it back to you. Insurance waiver. This is so important, you guys. I like to get in the habit of putting insurance on anything that I book for people. Now, if they decline it, in that case, I will send them this, and this covers me in the event. And it has happened that they had to cancel for whatever reason. So that is that. We do have IntelliParks. This is pretty amazing. They give us, for any time we book something, they give us little points, not little points, but points that you can then collect for credit cards. So make sure you play around with this. And the last thing that I want to say is check out Expedia Tap. When you are using Expedia Tap, you can put 20%. You can do package rate. And this is going off subject, but this is very important because a lot of people don't know this. Expedia Tap does not allow you to book hotel and flights together, right? But there is a way around it. If you do have flights booked as part of the booking that you're working on and you have flights component not booked with Expedia Tap, you can still hit 20% package and get up to 20% commissions. I'm sorry, not commissions. Up to 20% discount. So make sure you do that. If you are booking sorry, I'm going to rephrase that very quickly because that sounded like a tongue twister. If you are booking with Expedia Tap and your client has a flight booked with, or you have a flight booked for your client with another partner that does not Expedia Tap, you can still hit package rates. Make sure you do that to get the most out of Expedia Tap. And Expedia Tap also has, that's what I remembered, because they have a rewards program and it's really cool. You also get to collect points and then exchange those points for gift cards or restaurant cards or spa cards. So it's like you're winning on top of winning on top of winning. So I think the last thing that I wanted to say is when you are booking for yourself, so there's three ways. You can book as a customer and get commissions back. You can go directly to the hotel and get an agent's discount, or you can use Staff Travel Voyage, which is a travel agent only website. I think other than that, just give this a play with this a little bit. I always recommend try doing a mock trip. Um, Tell someone, hey, what's your dream destination? And work on it as if you were working for a real customer. The best thing to do is to have some kind of practice. So when you do get your first quote request, you're not freaking out because you already know, how to register for partners, or may hopefully have already registered for some partners. You have played around with templates to put these quotes that looks very aesthetically pleasing and whatnot. So something else here, my trips, you're able to keep tabs on all the trips coming up, the ones that have already happened. Hot deals, we do have, these are really good too if you're looking for like marketing material. I know that I think it's every Monday IntelliTravel sends out an email of all the upcoming trainings that they have going on for the following weeks. Make sure you keep up to date with that, just because there may be a partner that you really like. I know someone just did an Universal Studios training and they loved it. They went and they signed up for it. Now they are able to book that for other people and a lot more knowledgeable. So make sure you play around with this. What else is here? You can order IntelliTravel merchandise if you wanted it to for your business. And they do have marketing tools, you guys. This is so important, as well as like all the partners. They do have marketing tools that you are able to go in and get really pretty flyers to share on your social media or to send on an email. Customer management, this is your CRM where it's going to store all that information for you for your clients. Make sure you check that out. And I think that this over here is pretty self-explanatory. So the best thing you can do is just play around with this. Honestly, get familiar, see where everything is. The Pocket Guide here, I recommend you download it as well. It's very, very helpful. It's pretty much everything that I said um into writing. So I think I am going to end this here, but we do have more specific trainings into how to register a booking, how to register for clients. We even have a demo booking, so make sure you check that out. I wish you nothing but abundance in your journey, whether that's being a travel agent, whether that's doing the affiliate side or both. And I will catch you in another training.